What's up, guys? Iceman here.
Welcome to Diablo 4. Blessings to my patrons and my channel members. May you have many wives. Like this video if you will. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the page and hit the bell so you're notified next time I post a video. So, my droid is only level 47. This has indeed been a spiritual journey for me. And I'm about to beat the campaign so I can make other characters. And my understanding is that once you beat the campaign, you don't have to do it again with the other characters. I'm really looking forward to making a sorceress or sorcerer as well as a necromancer. So looking forward to that. I played both of those classes in the beta, got them to 20 or 25 or so. And it was a damn good time. But check this out. So I have been going as the Storm Druid. And I found a few nice items. One of which are these gloves. Adventurer's Gloves of Natural Balance. Now, this isn't the only legendary I found that has this same effect. Which is kind of strange. I don't know how often this sort of thing is going to occur. Are there various item types that can roll the same legendary effect? I really have no idea. They look pretty cool, and their unique trait is this. Casting a storm skill grants your earth skills 34.5% critical strike damage for 4 seconds. And of course that's a range from 30 to 45. And casting a earth skill increases the critical strike chance of storm skills by 9.2% for 4 seconds. So, being a storm druid, I channel a lot of this lightning storm. And I'll show you what it looks like. I have a few other things that help synergize my lightning abilities, like this ring, for example, that I've been wearing since level 30 or so. Up to a 14% chance when dealing lightning damage to overload the target for 3 seconds, causing any direct damage you deal to them to pulse 504 additional damage to surrounding enemies. So that sounded like a lot of damage to me at the time, and I think it still is. My attack power, of course, as you can see, is 936. So 504 additional damage to surrounding enemies, and I think that is actually an AoE effect from what I've seen, is quite nice. And this axe I have, or legendary mace rather, it has a similar sort of effect, where Lightning Storm, which is my main spirit-consuming skill, critical strikes spawn 3 dancing bolts that seek enemies in the area, dealing 800 lightning damage. Oh my god! And this is actually a perfect roll, because as you can see, the range is 700 to 800. So that's quite nice. So all the critical strikes that my lightning storm emits spawns 3 dancing bolts. Alright, so let's check this out. And this is actually a dungeon that I have to do in order to get a nice Werebear pulverize effect. Now, I might try Werebear Druid. That's what I had in the beta. Got him to 20, I think is what the max was at that time. It was cool, but I've been wanting to try a Storm Droid. But check this out. Look at my spirit. Look at it stay up there. Now look at the storms all over the frickin' place. Pretty much why I wanted to roll a Storm Droid. Now check this out. Oh, I already casted Cataclysm. Dumbass. Really didn't mean to do that. Here's Hurricane. See the Hurricane surrounding. Oh my god. It's actually a lot of damage. I'm actually quite surprised. How the hell is my Hurricane actually doing ample damage? It must be an illusion. I think it's because the enemies were vulnerable, but of course, Hurricane makes enemies vulnerable. Let's see how much damage the Hurricane does. So here it is right here. It's not quite like what it was in Diablo 2, where you'd have it on all the time, although it has a pretty low cooldown, and I've been working on getting it lower. Basically, Diablo 2 you'd have it on all the time, and it did pretty good damage. But here, you're kind of using it, I think, in my case anyway, more for its effects, where outside of damage. Form a Hurricane around you that deals 747 to 913 damage to surrounding enemies over 8 seconds. Over 8 seconds. So, What is that? Just a little over 100 damage. Oh, on average, it could be a little over, a little under 100 damage per second, which isn't all that much. But I modified it. Enemies who are damaged by Hurricane are slowed by 25% for 2 seconds, and Hurricane has a 15% chance to make enemies vulnerable for 2 seconds. And of course, when enemies are vulnerable with this build that I have right here, that's how I regen spirit in many ways, because I have this effect here, the Perfect Storm, a very nice key passive. The one that I chose, and I'm sticking with it for quite a while. I think I'm going to. Storm skills that you cast grant 1 spirit and deal 15% increased damage when damaging a vulnerable, immobilized, or slowed enemy. So basically I want to make as many enemies as possible vulnerable, immobilized, or slowed with this build that I have going on. I'd show you more details on that, but I'll just save that for a future video. Basically, throughout this skill tree, I'm kind of angling it toward all that, making enemies vulnerable, immobilized, or whatever else slowed. As well as, hopefully, the Paragon once I get there. Actually, I'm not too far from there now. So I'm curious to see what that looks like. I've been keeping this stuff fresh. I haven't been watching other videos, because I'm trying to experience this on my own. And I don't really want to have any like biases going in it so much. And it has been a damn good time. So let me know in the comments, how have you guys been enjoying Diablo 4 so far? But yeah, let's test out the Hurricane damage on an enemy. Oh, and one more thing. I did find this totem, which has a Hurricane buff to it. Hurricane damage is increased by 13% each second while active. And the range on this was 7 to 15%. So here's just a basic enemy. Now, don't get too excited, because the damage is going to be complete ass. Oh my god, it's hideous. I can't even hurt him. Holy shit. Oh, it's a captain. Maybe that makes the difference. I mean, oh my god, my basic skill just kicks his ass. Here, let's let it go up again. Let's try it again. Jeez, that is just wretched. And I just don't believe that leveling it up is gonna be worth it. Let's take a look one more time at Hurricane. Because each point, it doesn't do too much more damage. We're not talking like 100 more damage per second per point. You know, we're talking like 30 or 40 more damage per second per point, or 20 to 40 or something like that. So it just doesn't seem to be worth it. But I am curious, are you guys leveling up your main skills that you use? Because I really haven't done that much. I've been dispersing all over the place. And it's really been working out quite well. I've been staying alive for the most part, and this guy, it's been going really well with him. So more videos to come up on this druid. And again, I think I'm close to beating the campaign. I really have no idea. I mean, here's my map. I've been doing all sorts of shit. Maybe I'm in Act 5, I'm not entirely sure. Oh god, almost died. Dumbass. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Diablo 4 in the comments. I think this game has a lot of potential. And with Diablo 3, right, it still had quite a following years and years later. And that game didn't start out like this one did, I think. From what I've experienced, because I did play Diablo 3 when it first released. Of course, they had that hard-ass Inferno mode, which I thought was cool. It's a great challenge, but then they took it away. But this game has a lot more to work with. We got the Paragon tree that is vastly different from the Paragon in Diablo 3. We have nice skill customization. We have these little like boons and shit for the droid, and of course the Necromancer of the class. But all the classes have their special little thing, their little special abilities or whatever that allow for even more optimization. So I just think there's a lot of potential here, and I'm sure they're just going to keep making it better and better as the years progress. So I'm thinking it's looking pretty damn good so far. I am looking forward to trying the endgame content. I'm not entirely sure what that looks like. I'm guessing it's like dungeons and bosses and PvP. So I'm looking forward to experiencing that. So stay tuned to these videos if you guys want to see more. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on Diablo 4 so far. Like this video, subscribe to the page. I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace be with you.